Greetings, bloggers, vloggers, followers, and potters. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty with another edition of this week's vlog. Today is a monumental day, not only because it is Good Friday, but it is the 29th of the month. And usually the 29th of the month, so far, these past 7 months have meant something to me. Um, it has been 7 months today since my relapse. Doing much better. A lot has changed. And I thought for the Easter holiday, and since we're on number 290 of the vlogs, I thought I would share with you just some good things in life and just how I see things in a different light than what I used to, and how things have just got so much better in life. Um, Medication, without a doubt, has helped and it continues to help on a daily basis. There's no doubt without it. I understand now more than ever how important medication is in my life. Now, granted, I want to say and throw the disclaimer out there that medication is not for everyone who is with challenges such as mine, but for mine, this is a proven thing. It's taken a lot of time to get there to where I need to be in that path. And I've landed there and I made that destructive decision last year to go off the course. And through time, I've built myself back up to where I need to be. It's not been easy, but it's still a daily battle sometimes, but it's better. It's been better the last few weeks, and I've been pretty consistent and adherent, as they would say. So it's been much better in that arena. And I'm grateful for that because I've been able to do so much more and be such a contributor to society so much more and be a part of the world more. Um, it's been a wild ride and I'm proud of where I've been even in those past 7 months because we're still evolving in those past 7 months. Um, let's see. So when I was all over the workplace relocation, and that is slowly piecing itself together more and more every day. It's coming together, and I'm starting to enjoy working more than what I have done. And I think a part of that too is the change in transportation. Going from program vans to being in the county transportation program has helped so much with just navigating life, being more independent, and just freedom. I don't know if it's freedom, just I don't have to have that dependence on the program that I once did. Some time ago. Um, it's I do enjoy the program that I go to. I'm planning on being there for a little bit longer, but I don't know like how much longer. And that's kind of the fun part about it. Now that I can go to work on my own, to and fro work on my own, I don't have to have that dependence that I once did on the program to get me there. And that opens up some doors in the future. But I don't know what that'll be as of yet. Trying to determine where I'm at in life and how things are. And I think I'm just trying to get myself more grounded than what I was. And it's been such an amazing, transformation the past 7 months to where I am today. And, I'm not, it's just so much better. And there's many great things that I've done. Not only, medication, like I said, has been a great help, but there's also other things I do for my mental health that, journaling and having some fun even, you know, um, trying to find things that entertain me and, understanding the importance of sleep too. These are all things that have helped and they've done much better in that arena. They've allowed me to understand and see how important things are like that. And that, if I'm not keeping engaged, then I'm going to just lay around and sleep all the time. And that is very unhealthy. It's very challenging. It's very hard to understand and be a part of when you don't know. So when you're sleeping all the time, you're just wasting time. And then I'm frustrated with, the time that I wasted just sleeping and not attending to what I want to do or trying to entertain myself. But yet there is a piece of me that is still trying to find that little niche of what that entertainment looks like for me. You know, where does that go? What does that do? Um, what does that mean for me in the future? You know, what is life beyond what I've always known? What is it in independence? There's different things you can do in life. And it's a struggle for me to try to, step out of my bounds and do something that isn't really comfortable. And that's hard. That's really hard. And I wish I didn't have that as part of my diagnosis or my challenges. I wish I didn't have to fight the anxiety or when somebody would offer to go to the next step. I wish I wouldn't get so defensive and let my anxiety play. I really wish I wouldn't do that. Um, we talk about what's in the background here, the great city of Johnstown. Johnstown floods, three of them bounced back greater. Spent some time in Johnstown about 20 years ago. Was at a trade school there for vocational training and, had some great opportunities to network. Unfortunately, my anxiety played into that. And I never get to make the connections that I wanted to. I regret that sometimes, but the world has evolved in those nearly 20 years, and we're gonna do better this year. I feel that 2024, the rest of 2024, as we continue to evolve and learn more about ourselves and define who I am more and where I fall in the chips. What does that look like for me? What does the future look like? What does connection look like? What does, things are different. Things are evolving. Who knows what the life will tell for us? But I think part of my thing, as far as, what I'd like to do going forward, is try to get out of the house a little more because it's been a long winter and we're coming up on April. And, I need to get out of the house a little more and not be so trapped in this vacuum of such that I just continue to emulsify over thoughts that may or may not be true, or just sit on and doom scroll, or spend time on social media a lot. It's interesting, it really is, but I need to expand my scope beyond where I'm at. And it's kind of hard to imagine right now, but I think I have to work past my anxiety when it comes to that and work at finding something that makes me feel comfortable. I also need to work at finding more hobbies and things I need to do as far as that goes. And that is slowly evolving within time. It's not easy and it may seem weird, but I'm autistic, so there's no difference in being weird. But I'm working at it and it's getting increasingly better. I really have the faith in that. Um, you know, I've been cleaning up my home more. Not up to par like I'd like, but at least I'm doing laundry every week, and I'm grateful for that too. Because at one point I was not, and you could really tell things around here were not up to par in that area, and there was no excuse not to. But I did it, and it's been very solid, and bed sheets have been made, and the rugs have been washed, and things like that. The things we don't think of when we're living independent, the extra work that we have to do and what that entails, and having the patience, because it's such a mundane thing for us as autistic adults that it seems something we don't want to do, but I know I have to do it. It's part of life. It's part of the journey that we're on, and it's quite frankly a necessity if you're living independent, unless you have somebody to do that for you. um It's part of what is expected of everyone in the world. Laundry is a necessity. Um, cleaning is a necessity. And it may seem, challenging. For the longest time, it was challenging to me as an autistic adult, mostly because I lived with my parents, and it was very hard to understand where the standard was. Where was the standard in that? And as I'm more and more defining that personal standard, I'm learning more and more about myself and where does that lie within? Um, what does that look like, and what is acceptable versus what is not? It's a thing, that we learn and grow from. As with anything, we learn and grow from our experiences. And definitely at the end of 2023, I have done that. Um, it's definitely every day is a new learning curve. It's something, there's always unexpected changes being thrown at you as time progresses. And that's without a doubt anywhere. It's any environment you are in, especially when things are evolving in my life as they've been in the environments I've been in the last few months. I've definitely had to deal with a lot of evolving and sometimes sudden, abrupt changes. And as you know, as an autistic person, it's not always easy, but I've embraced them all and I've done the best I can to get through them. I'm really proud of the changes that I've made as far as, getting into the new work site, getting on the bus and going in the morning and, not having an issue. And I have to commend the people who has cleaned up the bad reputation that once was, and seeing that there is potential, and the gratitude that I cannot thank enough for that. But it's amazing what 7 months can do for your mental health, and how that can be bettered so much by just doing the simplest things. It just seems so simple and so I don't know, it just seems weird that I'm finally in a good place for once, and I'm not having to complain every day, and I'm not having to feel so negative and out. Now, granted, I have my negative moments. Everybody has their negative moments, but I don't let them overrun me, and I don't let them overplay me. I try to focus back on the positive quite often. It's not always easy. Life is never easy, but I can't sit and let those thoughts trump me and take possession of my life. I can't let them be a part of who I am, because it just doesn't have room in my headspace. It's not part of who I am. And life is challenging, but you have to move on. And I guess part of me is like, I got to move on. I got to do better. And I got to be the better person in a situation, and not let my emotions or my reactions to things overcarry themselves. It's just seems so, so weird. And what difference the world can make, what difference medicine can make in the world, and how that helps so much in improving my quality of life. Now, there's things I can do, like I need to go to the gym, and I really need to work on that, but I'll get there within time. And it's sometimes hard just to, get out the door, like I said earlier. It's something about being comfortable at home. And once I get outside and once I get on the street, I'm okay. But it's not always easy that way. It's not always the best way to see things. It's not always, it's hard sometimes. But we do the best we can, and I feel I'm doing pretty good. I'm having a bedtime at night, and just living the life the best way I can as the person who I want to be. So with that being said, I think I'm going to stop because I'm running out of ideas. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, X, and Pinterest at Dustin's Dynasty. I'm on the web. That website is DustinsDynastyUSA.com. And I'm on Linktree. That handle is Dustin's Dynasty. I want to thank you again for listening. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.